Hello, everybody. Welcome back, and welcome to Let's Play Anno 2205. My name is Euphorya, and we got a pretty good city coming along here. We want to eventually attract a population of 1,000 people, so let me get that out of the way.
Not bad.
Now,
for the most part.
let's give these people some vitamin drinks. Let's give the people what they want. So I'll come down here and go to my operator's building. We just unlocked vitamin drink condensers. Oh, we actually did this tidal power station, too. It might be nice to build that. In fact, I'm going to build that first. So, let's build this tidal power station. It's going to give us 300 energy, which is freaking awesome. And I'll just build it right here. That should be fine. I like it. Good place for it. And we'll connect it up to a road. And bam. Good stuff. There you go. Look at it sucking in the power from the tide. So that should be good. This should help all our power needs. And I think it's time to actually build a transportation center as well. So, as you can see on the bottom here, we have 0 logistics. So our transportation center is at 50, maintenance at 50. We're using up all our logistics capabilities. But if I build one of these right here, it costs a ton of maintenance per time. So you have to build these very sparingly because they require a ton of resources and a lot of power. So as you can see, our logistics support went up, and there you go. So now that this has happened, let me upgrade some of this stuff. Get a couple more people in there. And actually, you know, it might be worthwhile to build a couple buildings.
Futile. Leishing electricity moves at the speed of light.
Do you? Let's do this. I'll leave it at that for now. Just get a couple more people to pay those sweet taxes. And we'll upgrade this section of the city. And maybe a couple more here. Okay. Very good. Now we're in the positives again. Basically, the strategy is if you're not making enough money, build more houses, because it's almost never going to cause you problems, unlike in the other Annos, where it would always cause you problems until you fixed it. And now that I'm seeing this, we're running out of water, so I'm going to build one more of these water desalinization plants. And let's just go ahead and build something here. Boom. Okay, so now we're at a +4. Alright, so on to what I was talking about before. We want to get some fruit juice. Okay, so a fruit or a vitamin drinks factory requires 16 fruit per minute. And each one of these fruit plantations produces 8 fruit per minute. So that means we need 2 fruit plantations for every juice factory. So let's build some of them. And we'll build 1 juice factory. And I have a sneaking suspicion that we're probably going to need more than one of these juice factories. But
seems your staff's good health.
Yeah, there you go.
Benefits like that make you a more attractive employer.
So as you can see, our supply is now at -2 juice per minute. So
how may I be of service?
Our population is they're juice heads. They are juice hungry. So it looks like we're gonna need a little more juice. It's what I'm saying.
New level of success reached.
Cool. New level of success. That sounds awesome. So I'm gonna build. Let's see, one more fruit. We need 2 more fruit plantations. Oh my god. My mouse just freaked out there for a second. And 1 more juice factory. And that should be good to go. Our money's still okay. We should have a positive surplus of juices. 9 juice. Excellent. Very happy to see that. Everything else is in the positives. All good to go. Excellent. Everything's going according to plan. How's it going down here? Alright, so we need some more operators. That is, I can definitely oblige. Oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the wrong hotkey.
On the whole,
Yeah, let's just build some more of these complexes. They are good stuff. I might want to probably move this one, maybe. Maybe I'll move this middle block of 3 at some point, but in the meantime, let's just build like that. I think it'll be good. And actually, let's build a couple houses maybe over here. Maybe I can connect here? Nice. That's good. Very good. Wow, I didn't realize there was so much room over down here. Oh, awesome. Those houses at the bottom probably aren't going to get caught.
Hey.
So actually, I think what I'm going to do is build some of those right there. Perfect. All right. So I think that's good. I think it's probably a good starting city at least. So there's multiple zones. I'll upgrade those. There's multiple zones that you get, or sorry, climates is what I'm trying to say. So this is our temperate, this is kind of our main base, the temperate climate zone. And this is where we're going to get the majority of our tax money. So we're going to get a lot of the money from these
Your
people.
technicians are ready. Start the elevator construction once all other requirements are met. My associate, John Rafferty, is already heading here with the special material deliveries.
Will do. So, this is where we want to build the biggest population center, because this is where a lot of our money is going to come from. So that's why I'm kind of building a lot here. And it's weird to break the habits, because in previous Annos, at this point in the game, having this many people, or this amount of people, would like just bankrupt you. It would drive your colony into the ground. But it seems like this Anno, this new one, they're really focusing on building big and building large cities. And I kind of like that. I think it's a good direction. Wow, we're making a lot of money now. All right, so let's start our spaceport construction here, and we will begin construction of global spaceport.
Yeah, Rafferty here. Miss Bowman assigned me to ensure the transport's safety.
He's all
Approaching your
badass.
sector, over.
He is the most badass ship captain in the world.
We're under attack. Code red. Damn it. The cargo. Protect the ship.
People of Earth, this is the manifesto of the Moon's independence. The global union waged war on us for generations with weapons like falsehood, negligence, and exploitation. And the LEC bowed its head in servile compliance. But not anymore. Set no foot on the land of our forefathers. We are the Orbital Watch. The Moon is free.
They attacked us out of nowhere, sunk all my ships, and took over the cargo. Now they're blockading the whole sector. No transports are going to make it through anymore.
All right, no time to study regulations. Meet Rafferty at the coordinates transmitted. Do whatever is necessary.
All right, so this
Preparations
is
for spaceport upgrade completed.
so this is kind of the new combat mechanics. So there isn't really combat anymore. Now it's all done on the strategy map. So we go up the
You can
strategy
handle
map here.
risks like that, can't you?
I have it bound to spacebar, but we can also click up here. And as you can see, so here, these are the other islands we had an option of colonizing, Viridian Coves and the Cape Ambar. And we're on Walbrook Basin. Really? That's where we're at? Could have sworn we were Cape Ambar. I think I said Cape Ambar last mission there. Anyway, so these were taken over by other corporations, not our corporation. And here is an intervention required,
One
or a
scratch,
combat mission,
just
basically.
one scratch, and I'll just go and get him.
He has like the worst Scottish accent. So we can kind of pick these combat missions, and we get these rewards of combat experience. We get some graphene, 25 graphene, and we get 20 iridium. And we use these resources to make upgrades, basically, to upgrade buildings and ships and stuff. So you can get a lot of upgrades for your stuff by doing these combat missions. So let's accept this, and it'll load it up for us. And eventually, when we get an Arctic colony, it'll pop up over here, and when we get a moon colony, it'll pop up over there, and we can click in on those.
That's where the bleeding cowards attacked us, still circling our cargo ships like a swarm of black flies. And I see they brought reinforcements. Gotta be careful. I've seen them before. They've no compunctions at all. Press past their blockade and free our ships. I got your back.
So, I have a confession to make.
Full speed
I
ahead.
absolutely do not like at all these
Here
missions.
they come.
I hate it. I really wish they hadn't done
Weapon
it.
systems
And
online.
it's okay because later on they are purely optional. This is
Nothing me lads and I can't fix.
the only ones that you're required to do is this one.
Clear for action.
Later on, the combat missions become more optional, so we don't have to worry about it as much. But, yeah. They
Weapon
bore me.
systems online.
I've never really been into the Anno combat anyway. Anno has always been about
Enemy detected. All hands
resource
engaged.
management and city building to me, not ship combat.
Weapon systems online.
So I guess I'm kind of happy they made the war and ship combat mechanics optional.
Green to go. Battle stations.
There's also a lot of these side missions in these places that you can
It
do.
is a risk, certainly, but who could handle such dangers if not you?
So here, you know, I can find some valuable ores on islands by going around and like kind of clicking on the islands and stuff, and I'll get some graphene and combat experience for that. There's no penalty for ignoring the mission, which is exactly what I'm going to do.
Underway.
Because I don't find it very interesting,
Full speed
unfortunately.
ahead.
As far as I can tell, that they're optional. Like every once in a while, maybe you want to get some more of this iridium and stuff.
Battle stations. They're attacking.
But overall, I haven't encountered a situation where they force me to go into battle, unlike this first one.
Underway.
I'm gonna go pick up
I
these.
see what's wrong with it. No worries.
I'm gonna go pick up these special little thingies.
Copy that.
Run away.
Copy that.
Let's just continue on, shall we?
Underway.
Alrighty. So there's all kinds of these drones here, man. Crazy.
Full speed ahead.
I do, unfortunately, like, so I don't like the combat, but I do really like the main evil, or the,
Clear for
sorry,
action.
the ship captain.
Open fire.
The guy with the beard, he is a badass, gotta say. He just sounds cool, he looks cool. I don't know what else you could want. Let's try to lure
Full
these
speed
ships
ahead.
into this minefield here.
Affirmative. On our way.
Don't hit the mines, please. Alright, didn't work.
Open
I didn't
fire.
control them very well. Ooh, is this some more?
Increase
security
levels.
I found some more.
I see what's wrong with it. No worries.
Target acquired.
Maybe I can find some other ore while this combat is going on. Anyway.
Roger.
Alrighty. So here is our objective, is to kill these guys.
Target
Which
acquired.
should happen pretty easily now. As soon as I get
You're
rid
under
of all this
attack.
stuff. Let's try to blow them up here. Go, go, go. Oh, it did it.
Roger.
Okay. Good.
Clear for action.
Actually, hold back a little. Let's land an EM pulse on them. and then we'll do some bombardments.
Nuclear missile. Fire. Nuclear missile.
Nice.
Fire.
There you go.
Target acquired.
Now that's what I call excessive force.
You make a good team. My equipment and your strategy. Ah, you showed him.
I sure did.
You.
Thank you very much, sir. And let's get the hell out of here.
I'm glad you came back unharmed. This attack gave everyone at the Union headquarters shock, but the program has to go on. We've lost contact to Lunar Excavation Corp. It seems many moon colonies aligned with the Orbital Watch. It's all the more important your space elevator goes into operation.
Alright, let's get back to the city building after that brief, aggressive interlude. Ooh, we got some buildings to upgrade. Let's do it. Boom. Excellent. Alright, so now that we're here, I think we can just finalize the spaceport construction. Let's do it. Up.
Cable firmly attached. Elevator car ready for departure. Attention. Approaching Global Union Space Station. Prepare for docking.
Awesome. The SLEM. I would be so excited if in my lifetime we could build a space elevator. That'd be the greatest thing in the world.
Congratulations! The first step into space. All purviews of the global economy are now accessible for you. Phase 2 of the Lunar Licensing Program starts now.
I'm way too old
Look
for
at these
adventures like
sweet
that. Gonna
exosuits.
pass next time. So you better make sure you got a decent battle fleet. Stop by the dockyard if you want any ships built or revamped and that.
So we got access to a lot of other stuff here if we go to
In
the
the
strategic
Arctic,
map.
all your actions will fall under the supervision of the Arctic Custodians. Let's have a look at their territory.
Alright, so we just unlocked the ability to get an Arctic sector, and I will go there in a second, but let me just show you these.
Is there something you wanted
So
to
we
ask?
can come here to, you know, let's see what our objectives are. Come here
Found us,
to
did you? Here's
upgrade
where all
and
the little ships
buy
come
more
from.
ships for our battle
It's
fleet,
also where they get repaired or improved.
as he's
Just
saying.
give the order.
So we can, yes, repair and improve our battle fleet and whatnot here for those combat missions. Again, they seem to be purely optional. And then also we have the world market here, where we can actually directly buy resources and send them to our colonies. And it becomes pretty cost-effective, actually, eventually, to just do that. Unfortunately, I'm not logged into Uplay right now, so I can't use them, which is kind of dumb.
Warning.
But
Unfulfilled demand for specific consumer products.
But, you know, that just comes with the
Yeah,
Ubisoft
is there-
territory, right? Is weird online stuff. Okay. So, we got quite a bit of stuff going on here that
I'm
we can do.
sorry. I just
So, I think what I'd like to do... Let's see what we got. So I would love to go to the Arctic, basically, but first, I want to make sure everything is balanced back at our home base here. So first of all, running low on food, on organic food. We can see we're losing out on 3. But now we actually got some good
All
stuff
right.
like iridium, and we got
Time
some
to make some
graphene.
improvements.
Here, John Rafferty is telling us right away. Spend some graphene to upgrade a factory. So what we can do here is click on the rice farm, and you see there's all kinds of upgrades we can have, and they all do different things. Like this one, -10 energy maintenance, or -2 logistics requirements, -20% workforce. But this one increases the productivity by 180%, which is a lot, and increases the maintenance cost by 90%. So, and then costs 200 credits and 2 graphene. So it's actually basically building almost 2 additional farms, but it costs less and it's more space efficient. So we can just kind of tack on this expansion field as long as it's connected anywhere to the building. So I'll just put it right here.
Huge systems are half the battle.
And there you go. We just basically tripled that. We almost tripled this farm production with that kind of 1.5 increase in space there, instead of like these ones over here. So this is kind of the strategy, is you want to upgrade as much as possible instead of building new buildings, because it is much better, is what I'll say. I think I'd also like
how may I
to,
be of
before we go
service?
on over there, is to get some rejuvenators going here. So let's do that. So rejuvenators, we can make 16. They require 16 synth cells. And we make synth cells, requires 8 algae. And then we get 16 algae from an algae farm. Okay. So basically we need 1 algae farm. We need 2 of these synth cell incubators. And then we need 1 of these biomed laboratories. So let's do that right now. While we're here. And then we'll head to the Arctic. And do some sweet Arctic stuff. So there are a hell of a lot of coastal sites up on the top here, and I think what we'll do is just start off possibly by building, yeah, let's use this one. It's a reasonable coastal site, I think. And we'll just connect up to our road right there. I do want to fill in kind of this whole area with houses eventually, but let's do that. And I think I'll actually build the production maybe over here. Maybe not. Let's see how big these are. They're pretty big. So it used to be in the old Annos, or the other Annos, I guess I'll say. It's not necessarily old is bad, just the other ones. We're going to need to build a lot more logistics to make this happen too, aren't we? That's okay, let's just build it. I'll deal with the fallout later. And we want 1 of these pharmaceutical factories. Just like that. Yes. And then we want 1 more of these guys. Hopefully just 1. Yes. Excellent. And how much damage did that do? Not too bad. Not too bad at all, actually. Everything's good.
Congratulations on your first taste of success.
Thank you. So every time you get a corporation level, you also get stuff. And you get corporation levels by increasing your population and all that stuff. But anyway, so in the old Anno games, it used to be that you can see these little trucks. We would actually need a teamster would come to these buildings, pick up the resources, so they'd pick up the graphene, and then take the resources and put them into your warehouse or something, and then only then would you actually have the resources available. But now it doesn't really happen like that anymore. With this new logistics system, it's just this produces a certain number of biopolymers, 10 biopolymers per minute, and then they are immediately uploaded to your kind of supply. So instead of individual teamsters going and collecting resources, and that was kind of your resource cap, now we just have this kind of abstracted logistics number. And we just need to keep it positive, basically, and we get stuff. And the more logistics, we can make it a little more efficient by having these ships or these logistic buildings closer to production buildings. The closer they are, the less logistics it costs to pick up that thing. And I'm not quite sure on the full, like, the algorithm that's at work there. But basically... the closer they are to the buildings, the less logistics it costs to pick up those materials. So that's kind of the extent that we need to know about logistics. All right, so we got a pretty stable population here. We're making some money. Not as much as I would
Have no
like
reason
to,
to
but
complain.
it's not bad at all. So I think we can head over and colonize the Arctic, which would be pretty awesome. So let's do that. The Arctic sector.
It was a diplomatic feat to make the custodians open their lands for private corporations, so your choice of location is somewhat limited.
All right, so basically every time you get to a place, when you get to the moon, when you get to the Arctic sector, and the temperate place where you start out, you get to pick from 3 maps. And I think these are all the only maps that are in the game. They might add more with DLC or something. But they're all very well done. So let's see. Kia Flores. I think this is where I started, possibly. Ikuma Glacier. and then the Kinnegate Protectorate. 2 large islands sheltering one of the Arctic's custodian's climate stabilizers. Its renewal has been due for some time. This one has a lot less stuff, like way less mountain building sites and coastal building sites. But it's got a project for ornamentals, so that might be kind of cool. Let's just go for this one. I haven't actually looked at all. This is the only Arctic place I've looked at, so I think I'll go over here in the Kinnegate Protectorate, and we'll take over that sector.
Time to make some improvements.
Welcome to Phase 2 of the Lunar Licensing Program. You are now authorized to enter the Arctic region and access its deposits of rare resources to implement new means of galactic travel. Your official contact person will give you more information.
Neat. So basically we get 3 different factions, I guess we can say. We get the Lunar faction, the Arctic faction, the Temperate faction. And honestly, Lunar and Arctic are gigantic
100
money
years
sinks.
ago, this was all water. But the custodian's climate stabilization technology created a new Arctic biosphere here.
I'm Dr. Howard Young. I speak for the Arctic custodians. First, allow me to be clear. We expect you to abide by our directives at all times. The Arctic ecosystem is very delicate. Respect these rules and we'll get along just fine.
There's the Arctic Spaceport that we can use there.
Not exactly a warm welcome, but let's just proceed with Phase 2. We need Arctic resources for rocket construction, so we have to establish a base of operations on one of these islands.
I forgot to mention, we also have a command ship in the temporal zone.
Please
Here's our
direct
command
your
ship.
attention to
Sorry,
this.
the temperate zone. It just
Set up
your
new
ships
location
don't really
wherever
do
you want.
anything.
All of the islands are suitable.
They're just kind of for completing side
hope this
quests and
helps you.
stuff. Which maybe we'll complete some side. There's actually
All right.
a couple side
Time to
quests.
make some improvements.
Everybody, stop talking to me. I'm trying to talk to people. Come on. There's some side quests and stuff in the temperate. I don't know why the temporal zone. It sounds a lot more intense. In the temperate area, which we might do a little later. This looks like a promising island. There's a lot of these mountain things. There's a lot of these coastal ones as well. We need lots of coastal to make things happen.
Sorry my colleagues are kind of giving you the cold shoulder.
Hey, Jorgensen.
Philly Jorgensen, nice to meet you. I run a trading post here, but business, just consider dropping by, okay? Please?
Must be the ancestor of Tilda. So I think the left island is the one we're going to want to go with first. This one looks pretty good too, but the left one, might as well. It's pretty close to the spaceport. So let's make it happen.
Confirmed.
If you build a distribution center here, I can officially sign the island over to you.
50,000 credits, my god.
With the acquisition of this island, you earned the mining rights for this area. The Arctic custodians will watch you like a hawk from now on. Their directives are strict, but you should adhere to them while building up your basic infrastructure. The heating standards alone will be a challenge.
Yes, so we have a whole new set of things we need to worry about in the Arctic. Fish and all that stuff, but also there's an interesting heating mechanic. So let me build some Arctic dwellings. I'll just go like this for now. I'll see where we are after that. So you can see this ring. So all your buildings produce heat, and you have to build
Interesting.
people.
3 military surveillance satellites just focused on that area. We'll keep an eye on everything here for you.
You have to build dwellings within the heat radius of all your buildings, and it has to be well within the heat radius. If you're kind of on an edge case, it's not going to count. So you have to be pretty darn in there, which is it's cool. It's a neat mechanic. I like it. I might extend these a little bit
show
later.
Unfulfilled demand for specific commodities.
Oh, calm down on the vitamin drinks. All right, so let's
It's
take a
cold
look
out
at
there,
their
isn't it?
needs here.
Come in.
So they want vitamin drinks, and they need canned food. So I think the first order of business is to get some canned food for them. God, there's There's some loud ambient noise going on over there. Must be the wharf. Okay, so the first thing. Okay, so for canned food, we need a cannery. To get that, we need fish. To get fish, we need metal foam. To get metal foam, we need aluminum. And to get aluminum, we need an aluminum line. So, does that require metal foam? It does not. Let's see. So this costs 2 metal foam and produces 4 fish. This costs 3 metal foam. Produce canned food, so 6, 8. So we have enough to build up one kind of set of cannery production buildings. So let's build a fishing harbor first. Build it right here. It's all connected up as like so. Excellent. Let's get some fish. And we want 2 canneries. Canneries require 2. And it's kind of an interesting thing, or an interesting dynamic up in the Arctic here, because we want to build our production buildings.
Fish in my life. The polar regions are the only places on Earth where you can still find it in harvestable quantities.
We want our production buildings to be close to extend our heat radius like this. So this allows us to create a couple more people. Oh, I'm out of metal foam. Okay. Well, I'll take care of that in a second. So we got 2 canneries. We can now extend up a little bit because of these buildings that are giving us some more heat. And in the meantime, though, we definitely need to build some metal foam, which requires an aluminum mine. Just like that. Cool. And I'll have it connect up a little bit actually over here, possibly. Let's just do an offshoot down this way. Perfect. So we got that aluminum mine. And we also want a compression chamber to create metal foam. And it looks like we're going to need to build a Teamster eventually. Probably. So as you can see, if you look there, see my my little truck on the screen underneath the 3,000 credits. 23 logistics to bring all the stuff over there. But if I built that same building over here, it costs 6 logistics. And that's because it's much closer to our warehouse building. So it is a lot cheaper to build buildings, to build production buildings kind of closer to warehouses. That was an effect I was talking about later a little while ago. So let's just build it right there.
Facilities give off enough warmth to heat your entire settlement, but without insulation materials,
wow, that was
the effect
perfect.
would evaporate.
So we'll just let that create some metal foam. I would definitely like to build a second one of those as soon as I can, because I think we have a surplus. Yes, we have an aluminum surplus. So we could get a lot more metal foam if we wanted to. But I think that's a pretty good place to put a cut in the video. I think we're nearing time here, so...
Attention. Staff shortage. Slowing down production.
I know. Calm down. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, go ahead and click the like button. If you'd like to see more from me, then go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.